poppin', my friends? We are back at it again, back out in the river, and we're gonna go look for some more bait, see if we can go catch some more fish. We'll get back to you shortly. All right, just got to the cast net spot. Got my small 5-foot net since I'm gonna be cast netting near a lot of structure. So we'll see if we can get ourselves some mullet or big poachers, and we'll get back to you after we get the bait. All right, well, we just got to the spot. Gonna be using my bull-based sniper rod, using a 3-aught Gamakatsu circle hook and a nice sized finger mullet. Gonna hook them right through the mouth, up through the hard part of the nostril, like so. And we're gonna cast them in and see what we can do. Not seeing anything at the moment. That doesn't mean a thing now. Just cast them over by that seawall and the mangroves there. There's usually stuff chilling out in this area. Ooh, actually, I see my first fish. See something cruising. Don't know what it is. Doesn't seem too big, but looks can be deceiving at first. Let's see if he's interested in the mullet, whatever it is. It's definitely a game fish, not another bait fish. Oop, oop, oop. I think he's interested. Yeah, I think he's interested in my mullet. I feel like, oh, my mullet took off away from him. I think it's a redfish. Wouldn't mind another redfish. I'm gonna cast him back in the general direction that redfish went. See if we can get a hook up here. Well, I see it, I see it. I see it. It came looking for my mullet. I think it's a red. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than what I thought at first. All right, going over to my mullet. And it turned away from my mullet. God, what the heck? Whatever it was just totally turned away from my mullet. Did seem interested. I'm gonna cruise up towards those mangroves. Toss by those mangroves where he's going to. That being said, it might be a snook. Kind of look like a red. I don't think they're in feeding frenzy mode quite yet here. Tide's still low. It should be inbound pretty soon, and I think that's what we need. That's been the name of the game the past few weeks out here, was an incoming tide. Just gonna keep that mullet over there for a little bit longer. Not too much can pass up nice finger mullet. And we're kind of gonna just let it sit there and see what happens, and if we actually hook up, I'll get back to you on here. I don't know what just happened there. I was snagged and I got the fish again. He came back a second time for it. Big at all, just a tiny snook. Up in there, look at him jumping like crazy. Hey, a fish is a fish though, right? I was snagged on the seawall. Oop, there he is. I was snagged on the seawall, and all of a sudden my line started getting pulled out of my hand, and then all of a sudden there was nothing there, and then all of a sudden there was something there again. So I don't know if there was a school of small snook around or something, and one grabbed it and dropped it, and this guy picked it up, but he is tiny. He's like 20 inches, if that. I think just about 20. I don't know how he ate that mullet, but whatever. Fish is a fish. He's fighting pretty good though. Just a little guy. Oh man. Oh, now it's raining. Of course. Oh gosh. All right, let's get this little puppy under control. Oh man, look at that. I don't even think he's 20 inches. I think he's more like 18, 19 inches. Jeez. You got a big appetite, little guy. Just like, hey, just like me. Look at this little guy. Little male. Fat as could be. Just wait until this fish is 35 plus inches. He's gonna be, or she'll be, an absolute chunk. They actually change sex, usually around 29, 30 inches, 32 inches. They go from male to female typically. Sometimes there's larger males out there, but we're gonna send him home. See ya. Maybe. Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right. Not really feeling this spot much, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna go into the creek, and obviously now it is raining, so let's see what we can do. All right, I do have to re-rig, but this little clown right here, this little heron that I call Henry, he is always with me when I'm in this creek, and every time I cast the bait in, he always has to dive bomb it. All right, we got a mullet on, and there's Henry going to take his position to try to attack my mullet because he knows exactly where I'm going to cast it. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. There he is right there. Now, as soon as he sees an opportunity, he's going to dive bomb in that mullet. Let's hope I could actually get a fish before he starts messing everything up. I'm actually going to continue this video a little later on. The tide's just not right for what I'm trying to do. There's really not much going on. Water levels are really low. And like I said, the past few weeks I've been getting the bites on the incoming and the bottom of the high tide. So we'll get back to you a little later. What is going on, guys? We're back out here this evening. So take 2 on my video that I started earlier. Got that small snook, chubby little guy though, spunky little snook. But we're gonna see if we can find his grandparents or maybe big old redfish. So we're pulling up to the spot. That spot I've been typically going to, where there's a broken seawall, cluster of mangrove trees, and some docks around. So once we get over there and we get a mullet on, I'll get back to you. Well, it is getting dark, guys. I'm still fishing. I did lose a really nice fish. I don't know what it was, snook or redfish, either way. Oh, it was a nice fish, let's put it that way. It was like in the mid 30s, I would say 33 to 35 inch fish probably, by what I saw, but you never really know until you have the fish right there along your side. But the whole point of this is it's getting dark, and pretty soon you won't be able to see anything on these GoPros. I don't have any light mods for the GoPros just yet. I do have my cell phone flashlight and my engine stern light, so I don't know. If I hook into something worth it, I'm going to turn on the cameras, but you're not going to see much is the whole point of this. So either way, we'll get back to you. So just sitting here, I just thought of the name of this video, and if I don't catch anything worthy, I think I'll call this video "This Is Why It's Called Fishing," because it's true, guys. It's fishing, not catching. I'm doing everything correct. I'm here at the right tide. I did have a fish on, a nice fish, and lost it. I have another mullet out. I'm not seeing any love quite yet. So you got to take the good with the bad. I don't care how good or bad you are at fishing. It is always going to be fishing, okay? You might have more skill for a better chance of catching a fish during tough times. But either way, it does come down to a little bit of luck. And right now, my luck's not so great. So we'll get back to you if we catch something. All right, guys, I just got destroyed. I was about to go in, and I just hooked up. How about that? I have no idea what this is. Wow, it is going nuts. Whatever it is going absolutely berserk. What is this? I have no idea what this is. Come on now. Last second, guys. How about that? What is this? It's a jack. It's okay. I saw something getting blown up in the distance there. So I took my chance and cast the mullet and bang, right on it. Nice jack. Nice jack. Let him loosen the drag a little bit so it doesn't break the line on me. It's a real nice fish. Still fighting pretty good. I think I saw it was a jack. Yup, it's a jack, I'm pretty sure. All right, time to land this bad boy. Nice jack. Like 5 or 6 pounds. Not a giant. And I think Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get this fish in. There's more, there might be bigger ones out there. And if there's bigger, I want bigger. I want a 20-pound jack, big old river jack. This guy just does not want to come in. God, he just doesn't want to come in. They lay on their sides and they just swim in circles. If you ever caught yellowfin tuna or any type of tuna, this is exactly what tuna do. Very tough fish to get in. There's a big school of jacks right over here. And oh, you see them baits getting blown up? That's sick. All right, let's land this fish. Got ourselves a submarine. Nice jack. I'm gonna get him some water and I'm gonna get a picture with him. All right, just let that jack go. It is dark now, as you can see around me. Maybe you can't even see me that well, but yeah, so there was a school of jack that came through, caught that one. He was like 5 or 6 pounds. All the other ones were that size, so I'm not even gonna bother with them. I'm gonna go back into the creek. I still have like 4 or 5 silver maharas left. I'm just gonna cast them over by the mangroves back in the creek and maybe we can pop a snook, who knows. All right guys, I'm back inside the creek. I just tossed mahara in. There has been tarpon here in the past, but they're only here in certain moon phases and certain tides. It's definitely the high tide, the incoming tide rather, that they're in here. I don't know about the moon phase. I got to keep a log of that stuff, I really do, so I know when and where next time. But anyhow, we'll see if anything eats our mahara, and it looks like something just ate our mahara. Okay. All right guys, something just ate our mahara. It just ripped a whole bunch of line, but I think it's just a big catfish. I really think it's just a big cat. Yes, it's a big catfish. That's all it is. Kind of figured so. And use these small baits. These catfish, man, are just everywhere. Big hardhead catfish. All right, I'm gonna dehook them and toss in the next bait. So I got something on here. Not quite sure what it is. Almost doesn't feel like a catfish, but it certainly could be. It's a new species of catfish. This is the biggest of the marine catfish here in South Florida. It is the sailfin cat. There he is right there. These are sail cats. Funky looking head. Almost reminds me of some of the Amazon catfish. All right, so I'm gonna dehook him very carefully and we'll put another bait in. All right, we're out here again today on Monday. I wasn't too satisfied with how I did yesterday. Conditions definitely aren't the best. It's very windy, kind of blocked off though from this direction. So that's a good thing. So we have half a chance of actually catching something today. I got quite a few mullet today. I got about 8 in a live well, that with some maharas. And we're just gonna chuck them over by that broken seawall and these mangrove trees and hope a redfish or snook comes through. We'll see what happens. All right, just got a just got a finger mullet hooked up. We're gonna cast over by the seawall. I don't see anything just yet, but I am sure something's home. So we're just gonna live line this guy, let him swim around this structure, this seawall, these mangrove trees, and hopefully we could find Mr. Fishy today. All right, just chucked my mullet towards the mangroves. He already swam out at 1,000,000 miles an hour because he knows that he's gonna get eaten in there. So let me toss him back in, as I feel like there's a snooky waiting on him. Right there. Just got something really good on. He's going over by that dock there. Okay, got him out. something really good. And that's been my luck the past 2 days. So I really think I'm gonna call it right there. Whatever it was broke me off. I have no idea what that was, but it was really big. Shaped up my leader really good. So I think I'm gonna call it quits right there. It's getting really nasty out. All I've been doing is losing fish the past 2 days. So I was really upset with how everything's been this weekend. Hurricanes passing by, losing fish, problems getting bait. So we'll just continue this next weekend when my buddy comes down and visits me, and hopefully I can get him on some nice fish and not lose him. So again, I'm gonna stick with the title that I came up with this video yesterday. This is why they call it fishing. So I made an outro last night. I'm gonna stick with that outro even though I continued the video today. I have an important message on the outro, so check it out now. All right, just got back to the crib. We had a pretty good day. Got that nice little chunky snook and like a 5 to 7 pound Jack Crevalle. So not too bad. A couple catfish at the end. That's what happens when you use small live baits at nighttime. So if you're gonna fish at nighttime with live bait, make sure they're like larger mullets or something that the catfish can't really eat. But anyhow, I'd like to give a few shout outs. First, I'd like to thank Wise Guy Tackle. What awesome lures they make. You can come down to Rose Marina, look for me, Eric, and I could hook you up on getting some of these Wise Guy Tackle lures I love to use. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to Bull Bay Rods, made up in Lakeland, Florida. What awesome rods. You can feel everything with them. Ever since I started stocking them in my store, I've been using them. That's all I use is Bull Bay rods and Shimano Stratic reels. What a great combo. Again, come check out Rose Marina, look for me, Eric, and I could set you up with some Bull Bay rods, some Stratic reels, and the Wise Guy Tackle lures to go with them. Also, my last big shout out is to Dead Fish Hook for supplying me with this awesome attire that I'm wearing today. This awesome snook hat, this shirt, SPF shirt, protects you out in that hot weather in the middle of summer here in Florida. Also, I have a promotional code for Dead Fish Hook. All you have to do is go to deadfishhook.com, put items in your cart, go to checkout, and all you have to type in is Jersey NFL. I'll put right here exactly what you have to put in. Remember, it's JERZEYINFL, but all in lowercase, not like my YouTube name with the capital J and Z. It's all lowercase, and you'll receive a one-time 10% off your final purchase on the website. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.